Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another live episode of Coach Connect Who of the Hour. We are now on the last episode of month 4. This is episode 17, and I have with me to end month 4's episode 17. Right now, with me is a very, very beautiful and a very important guest. With me is the first ever master coach graduating from Coach A Apprentice Program, and her name is no other than, which is very, very familiar to all of you, Master Coach Hasmin. She is a registered medical technologist. She is a pastor's wife with 2 beautiful kids. And she is, of course, a marketing executive from an institution, from a company that's also supplying medical supplies and equipment. And so their company is considered as also part of the front or forerunners of our pandemic season. Before I give her into you, okay, let me encourage all of you to do such a favor for this beautiful person who's going to be sharing out her heart today as we talk about faith, love, hope, okay, and the divine calling. Okay, so let me repeat that. We'll talk about faith, hope, and love, okay, and the divine calling, okay, of becoming a master coach. Okay, so it's a beautiful discussion. It's gonna be a beautiful night. So let me invite you to tag a friend in the comment below. To all the change agents right now joining us, do me a favor also to share this in your timeline. Okay, not always I will have a master coach, where of course I already had Master Coach Miko here on the screen with me, and it was a beautiful discussions with him. And now I'm having Master Coach Hasmin, and I'm sure talking about calling, talking about divine purpose, talking about a journey, and marrying, integrating, partnering, and putting together on the same discussion. Okay, our faith, our journey as both Christians, followers of Christ, in what we do in the professions of life coaching is something that really causing her some sweaty palm feeling right now. So before we go live, okay, her last message to me, I was asking her, do you have a last message for me, a final note to me? Her message is, Master Coach, be kind to me. So I don't really know how I can be. Okay, so if you are joining me for the first time, if you are catching me for the first time, even in a replay, Coach Connect Who of the Hour is brought to you by Life Coach Philippines. This is our community service. This is our endeavor. This is our effort, our initiative to get connected and get in touch with our fellow change agents certified by the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs. And we would like to get in touch with our fellow change agents, our fellow coaches whom we know doing a great job, especially during this time of pandemic. Coach Connect, okay, answers 3 pivot or pillar questions. W stands for what is it their present situations right now? What is it that they're doing? What is it that's keeping them busy? What is it that defines their lives today, that they are now in the season of transition, especially as a change agent during pandemic time? Each represents to how is life coaching changing them, how is life coaching supporting them, and how life coaching is really proving to be a very important skills, especially during time of crisis. And obviously, O is we're looking at the outcome. How do they look at things in the future? What is the output that they're, they're coping, catching up, thriving, striving, whatever that they're doing right now. What is it that they're looking forward as an outcome in the future? Maybe 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years, how it is in the future for them. So, I hope she's ready, and I hope she'll be ready. Okay, so for all of you, okay, all the guests will come in, and normally we have a good conversations just 10 minutes before we go live. Okay, with Master Coach Jasmine, I am so very kind to her. So we were in a discussion for about 7 minutes. Okay, so or less. So because she's a master coach, so I think we've been we've been together in this field for quite some time. She's been a master coach. Master Coach, it's been like what? Almost a year now.
December. Opo.
December. So 2 months to go, and it's gonna be your anniversary. You've been a coach for over 2 years, right? So 2018. So more than 2 years na po si Master Coach. And she's coming all the way from batch 4. Okay? Tama, Master Coach? Ay, batch 3. Batch 3. So, di ba, Master Coach, ang tagal mo na eh. So, And she is a familiar face. Okay, she's one of our community managers inside Coach A Coaching App Skills Blueprint Circle. And she is a familiar face every 7 p.m. Okay, almost every other day she would come in day out. Okay, you would see her being part of Brewing Live. She's part of Life Coaching Access and definitely a mainstay of Life Coach Corner at 7 p.m. Right now, Life Coach Corner give way to Coach Connect. That's every Monday. So she needs no further introductions better than whatever she would like to share with us that I don't know and you don't know. Okay, so let me give her really a very, very warm welcome and ask her to introduce herself in a way that we've never heard her do. O, di ba maganda yun? Okay, Master Coach Yasmin. Okay, good evening. Welcome to Coach Kunaku of the Hour. Do your beautiful introduction, please.
Yes. So, good evening everyone. At ayan na po yung mga nanonood natin ngayon. So, babatiin ko sila, Master Coach. Nasanay ako sa live coach corner
Coach
that we
Corner,
greet
sige,
our
go.
viewers. So,
Okay.
diba? So, si Coach Lynn. Hello, Coach Rosel, Coach Glacy. Lahat ng CMs is already here. Present. Si Coach Janet. Ayan, si Nords. Thank you for joining tonight. And please do tag a friend. So, definitely
Excited
tonight
si
we will
Master
be
Coach sa
learning.
inyo.
You will be learning without a toolkit, di ba? So, kwentuhan lang tayo. Sabi ko nga kay Master Coach A kanina is, Master, magkwentuhan na lang tayo because I gave a confession to her 5 minutes before tayo sumalang that when I watched Coach Connect, Who of the Hour, I always tell, pag it's my turn to be in the Who of the Hour, what will I do is I'll prepare a very long presentation, a very long press mat, so that ang matitira na lang na oras ni Master Coach A sa akin is mga 10 minutes, mga ganon. But this morning when I was driving to work, I told myself, no, I'm shortchanging myself if I do that. So, ayun, and there's a lot of things to share tonight, and if there's a need for part 2, why not, Master
Oh,
Coach A?
alam mo na, may part 2 agad. Ayan si Master Coach. Sabi ko sa inyo, iba pag Master Coach ang kausap. So, do tag a friend. I'm sure this is one discussion that you will truly enjoy. Okay, and I come in agreement, Master Coach. I think
Yeah.
it's the same thing that we have a heart with Master Coach Nico, that whenever we come out, it's not to prove anything, but really to serve from the overflow and from the space of what God have entrusted to us. Okay, I
Yeah.
think that's something that we can do to everyone. Okay, Coach Fiery is in there. Or just she come in. Hello, Coach Fiery. We miss you. Okay,
Yeah.
and to all our fellow club mates, Master Coach in Coach A Coaching Club Batch 1, you're about to graduate.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that. Okay, finishing really a 5 months or 20 weeks program. And we always say that statistically, globally, there are only about 3 to 5% of students who get to finish an entire course, especially if it's a long-term course, like 5 months course, 3 to 5 months course. But you know what? Coach A Coaching Club have a very, very, very high turnaround rates. I think our turnarounds to about 85% to 90%. So it's just a beautiful turnaround for batch 1, and batch 3 is opening on January 2021. Batch 2 now is closing on month 2. So we're about to join, okay, month 3, okay, very soon. And one of our students from batch 2 is going through certification classes, si Doctora Karel. Okay, so imagine that, Master Coaches, mean that, it's such a beautiful journey for every one of us, no? Okay, so let's get started, Master Coaches, mean. And, when I was, I've been wanting to have you on the show, but I have to be ready as well, because what I really wanted to speak with you is really no other than, and something, not none other than something that I know only you can respond to me. Number one, pardon me, but I think be very biased here, that you are a pastor's wife in my eyes. I can't. That's something that I cannot take off. Okay, so I remember there was a conversations, private conversations with us that sometimes it's tasking that people have an expectations when you're from a Christian world, especially if you are a pastor's wife. But I guess it's something that something that it's not bad, but it's something that we have to be grateful because that belongs to us. And Rev, okay, your pastor, your pastor, your husband is a very good man of God, and he's also a coach, by the way. So and yeah, and I think he'll be proud to hear you tonight. Speak from your heart. Okay,
Yes.
so Master Coach Jasmine, let's go back. Let's go back to the time you were attending classes at DCAP. Let's go back to the time when you came in, okay, and decap and start in a journey of becoming professional life coach. Okay, so
Yeah.
if you are joining us right now, if you are just hopping in tonight, we're gonna be talking about faith, hope, and love. Okay, and we will unveil the divine calling of becoming a master coach. And how this will on land is let the masters up above there really speak to us and share with you that becoming a master coach is not just a title for us, at least not for this woman. Okay. Uh, Master coach, join me back to the first at least few visits at DCAP.
Ayun. So actually, so this is the story behind the master coach divine calling na yung topic natin for tonight. So for me, 2018. So I came to DCAP February 2018. So that's the time I met life coaching. But first, before I went to DCAP, I saw it in Facebook. Okay, so at that time, there's really something in my heart that yung alam mo yung salitang there's more. Na
There's
parating
more.
yes, may kumakatok lagi sa puso mo na there's more, there's more, there's more. So
Yeah.
I was looking for that there's more. In fact, something that I was thinking before was mag-aaral ba ako? Should I study, Lord? So I'm thinking about getting an MBA, di ba?
BBA, yeah.
Yes, further studies.
Because
Yun,
you're in marketing. So
yes.
in business yung takbo niyan, master coach,
Mm,
no?
mm. Oo, hinahanap ko siya. Ano ba yung there's more na yon? Pinapagbalik mo ba ako sa pag-aaral, Lord? So, and the closest thing in my mind is really mag-aral ka ng MBA kasi yun na yung parang pwedeng
Path.
pag-aralan path at
Oo.
that time. So, that's 2018. And
Mm-mm.
at that time also, I was promoted and yeah, and also in the church, something that we really need. May mga nangyayari din kasi sa church at that time. So, sabi ko, Lord, ano pa ba yung ano pa yung pwedeng nating idagdag sa profession o sa sarili natin. And then February 2018, that was the graduation of batch 2. So friend ko kasi si Coach Joel of batch 2. So because he was my colleague, colleague sa Heart Center when I was working as a medical technologist in Heart Center. Kasama ko siya for how many years sa work. In fact, he's also the ninong of my firstborn child. So, kaya kaibigan ko po talaga siya. And I watched the graduation, nagbibigay siya ng speech, and then I knew nothing about life coaching. Basta, napanood ko lang po yung graduation because you do it live, Master Coach A, di ba? From batch 2 na po ba? Or from batch, since batch 1 po ba?
Batch 1 po.
Since batch 1 until now, we do the live, di ba? So, yun, napanood ko po yun, and there's something about the profession that I immediately message him. Sabi ko, ano ba yung life coaching? Sabi ko, because I really don't know anything about it. No idea about it. But it's just may pumitik lang talaga dun sa puso mo na parang, ano ba yung life coaching? So I message him, what is it? And then he directly referred to me to Coach Rizel. So, of course, 0917586161. So, and that's the start.
Yun.
So, mahaba-haba pa yun. No, remember that, Coach Rizel? So, you can type it in the chat box. Yung ating first moment.
Conversation.
Conversation, was it, di ba? So, yun po yung journey nun. So, that was February 2018. And then April 2018, on that same year, I got certified as a professional life coach. And therefore, that hashtag change agent. So dumating po yun, yung hashtag change agent in my life. So suddenly, parang nagkaroon ng accountability, Master Coach. Gusto ko lang namang mag-aral po,
Mag-aaral.
mag-upgrade, 'di
I
po ba?
know.
Yes,
Mm-mm.
gusto ko lang mag-upgrade. And then, 'di ba, during graduation, we will be called as change agent. We will not, hindi naman talaga natin masyadong gina-highlight yung pagiging life coach, 'di ba? The
Absolutely
term
po.
life coach. But we really, on the graduation day, you will receive the title together with your certificate, yung hashtag change
Change
agent na
agents.
word. Mm-mm. So,
Mm.
then suddenly, it becomes, uy, sabi ko parang,
Parang tunay to.
parang tunay to, di po ba? So, yes, that change agent was really something na made me also come back, di ba, Coach? Kasi pwedeng hindi
Mm.
na bumalik pwedeng hindi na bumalik sa DCAP after the graduation, and which
Tama po.
many of the coaches do naman. And lalo for me, na sabi ko personal, I really wanted life coaching for me personally. But yes, that change agent word is really powerful. So
Mm.
pinanindigan ko po, Master. Change agent daw ako. Change agent ako.
Gusto ko
So
lang naman mag-aral, ang simple lang ng pangarap ko. Parang si Coach Sean, 'di ba, ang kwento niya is gusto ko lang naman maging mabuting asawa, pinag-drive ko lang yung wife ko, 'di ba? Ano nang nangyari sa buhay ko ngayon, 'di ba? So, Master Coach, I would remember,
hmm,
yes, you are one, tama naman, no, si Coach H, I would remember, sabi niya, pagkatapos ng graduation, tapos na yung SLA, Service Level Agreement natin. Okay, graduate ka na, and you can go on your way, which is like typical in whenever totoo naman po yon wherever right now we have certified 290 and it will become 296 by Saturday, but yeah, truly it's just like when we graduated from the academe, okay, from our different schools, it's a choice whether we come back or we don't, because wala naman po talagang tie up yan na bumalik ka, di ba? But I remember you would keep coming back and attending the learning gaps, no? Masugid kitang attendees ng learning gaps, no? So, Master Coach, balikan mo kami for those people na hindi na nakaabot ng learning gaps. By the way, if you are a change agent, if you've been certified recently, don't worry about it. Coach Sean Di Hoya is reviving the learning gaps. He is scheduling right now the learning gaps that's free for all the change agents. And if you are not yet a certified coach by the institute, there is a minimal fee, and much of that will be formed as a discount, turned as a discount when you decide to become a certified life coach. So again, no other number but our able and capable Coach Rizal, 0917586161. Call her and she'll be glad to explain to you all of these things. Many of the people watching with us right now, Master Coach Hasmin, are also fellow change agents, and even people from the club. If you are here, do me a favor right now. Could you give a big shout out to Coach Rizal? Show her some love. Give her some emojis, no? Diba? So, she is the first face of life coaching. Alam mo, even if you're coming from a region, this woman has been, I could just imagine, Master Coach, I was having a conversations with her kanina, because now her conversation is turning into speaking to people now in business coaching. So medyo umaangat na talaga, no? And by the way, alam mo naman to si Coach, she's just doing a lot of things. And I just come to realize, how life could be transformed, meeting 296 people, ushering them to class, taking care of it. Master Coach, if at level of Coach Rizal, that is already the joy. Side it by side with your experience, attending, just wanting to upgrade yourself, and from certification becoming a professional life coach and a change agent, attending learning gaps,
yeah.
and seeing all of these things in a journey. How is it? How is a heart of a pastor's wife? I want to dive into that. A pastor's wife and a mother respond to see a profession that is so different. Diba? Ano yung itsura nun, Master Coach, from your eyes?
How a pastor's wife?
Yeah. How do you see that in your eyes? a pastor's wife and a mother. Magkaiba kasi yun, Master Coach, eh, di ba? Iba pag nanay, nakikita mo, pwede mong gamitin sa anak. Pero ang
Yeah.
pastor's wife kasi, iba din po yan. Kasi it's not just being a wife, but your husband is having a congregations, whether you're actively participating or not, iba po yung calling na yon. Kasi may inaalaga ang pastor, may pinagpipray na pastor. Ano po yung naging tingin nyo sa profession during that time, Master?
During that time, actually, it was something I thought also that can really be used in the church, can be really used in the ministry. That's why I think and I believe that even si Pastor po, si Coach Rev is also went into the profession. So hindi siya nagkahiwalay. Okay,
Okay.
probably the timing lang, there's such a timing lang. So there's such a preparation
For
and
everyone.
for everyone, pero
Mm-hmm.
hindi po siya hiwalay. So I always say that life coaching is a tool. Okay, so
Okay, a tool. Okay.
yes, it's a tool. So whatever is working right now in every organization, whether it is in the corporate, whether it is inside sa church or any
Opo.
organization po, whatever it is, coaching will just integrate mo lang
Amplify.
po siya,
Ah.
amplify
Mm-mm.
everything that you it is being done inside the organization. So ganun ko po siya nakita, ganun ko po siya
Okay.
tinignan. So
Mm-mm.
kaya walang paglaban, wala siyang ito
Clash.
ganyan.
Oo,
Clash.
walang pagpili. Okay,
Yes,
walang
opo.
pagpili. Okay, that's a beautiful thing. If you are also one of the change agents right now and you're joining us in the conversations right now, maybe you want to share with the people right now in the chat box, how do you see life coaching then and now? Okay, being part of what you are already doing. Because yun kasi yun, Master Coach, no? Normally kasi when you enter another profession or you get additional skills, the mindset is, are you resigning? Are you
Yeah.
going full time? Am I letting go of my business? Am I letting go of what I'm doing? Well, the answer from my end is not, and you've heard it
Mm.
from Master Coach Jasmine, kasi ang nakita niya is tool siya, okay? So that you can integrate and you don't have to choose, okay? Nagkataon lang po, okay, I am one of those few people who dive into and doing this full time simply because I'm also representing the institute. Okay, by the way, let me also take this moment. Okay, 11:30 Philippine time. Okay, our CEO, the founder of the Institute, Master Coach Lakendra, is gonna go live with Heart and Conversations tonight with her guru, from someone she learned a long time ago, a monk. And it's gonna be a very beautiful conversations. And we invite you to join us live. It's gonna be on her page, timeline, Kendra Smalley, okay, and we will be sharing it also here in Life Coach Philippines. So I invite you to join our CEO, our founder of the institute. So let's have also a conversations later on, late night na Master Coach, no? Tayo naman na sumuporta sa ating CEO mamaya. All
Yes,
right.
opo.
If you are here and you're joining us live and you are a life coach, let us know how do you see life coaching then and now. Okay, Master Coach Jasmine said it's a tool.
Yeah.
Master Coach, you are one person who started not really that passionate. Okay? When I say passionate in terms of rara mode, no? Meron kasi tayong mga coaches na talagang rara mode yan right after graduations nakarara mode. Master Coach Jasmine took it like a marathon. Okay? And I think it was also a kind of surprise, I think, for both of us, although we both want to, I personally want her to be a master coach, and I'm sure she wanted to be a master coach because she joined my apprentice. But I think it was also a surprise that she landed to be on the first, okay? That she was the first to become a master coach, okay? So, slow yan eh, master coach. Marathon talaga yung journey, di ba? At what point, Master Coach? At one point, if you could remember, milestone, okay? When you talk about kasi divine calling, meron yung mga tinatawag na mga milestone na tayo lang yung nakakaintindi, no? It could be small, it could be petty to other people, pero tayo kasi parang yun eh, yun talaga, yun yung nag-spell ng difference. Can you share with us some moments that, that brought you another step, one more step, level up?
One more
Ano yun? Oo, one more step.
step.
Di ba ganun yan eh?
Yes, Master Coach. So, what happened? So, July July po ba kayo nag-open nun? So I think that's July 2019,
Apo.
right? July 2019. Yun. So that's the time that you open the Coach A apprenticeship program. So alam ko yon that when we had our general assembly, when you invited everyone who wanted to be part of the apprenticeship, di ba?
Apprentice.
Meron tayong ganun. And then
Oo.
hinanap ko siya kagabi. So para raw. So bakit ba ako nag-apprentice nga pala? So just to really remember why did I join apprentice. So tatlong bagay lang yun, Master Coach A. Kasi at that time, napansin ko na nga na change agent pala ako, di po ba?
At
Tsaka,
balik ng
yun,
balik ka na,
balik
'di
ka
ba?
lang ng
Sabi mo
balik.
balik ka ng
So,
balik, tapos nawawala ka, ulit bumabalik ka ulit.
balik ka ng balik, Hasmin. So, and then so that year, January, so we had an opportunity with my husband to really travel and go to the Holy Land. So, nag-usap kami ng matindi ni Lord, ng matindi ni Lord doon. Kasi doon na sabi ko, Lord, what is really life coaching in my life? Sabi ko, sige, pag I this year, okay, give me a clear. Kasi sabi mo nga, 'di ba? Hindi ako passionate. Hindi ako naging
Totoo
passionate.
naman. In fact,
Totoo
Master Coach,
naman.
tuwing darating ka, ang sinasabi ko kay Coach Rizal, ay naku, glory to God talaga dumating sa hayaan mo lang sa wag yang kausapin. Ang importante dumarating ang pastor's wife, no?
Oo.
Yung, I think ako kasi, Master Coach, pag po mga pastor's wife, may nag-echo. Can we just, I think sa iyo po yan, Master Coach? Okay. Pag pastor's wife po kasi, no, I know in my mind, meron po kasi talaga akong mindset na ang pastor's wife, meron yung mga role sa congregations, no? Ibig pong sabihin yan, prepared ako na ito yung mga taong magsicertify at dadalhin yung profession sa congregations nila in their own terms. And you cannot expect them to really go through the program the way other people are doing it. Kasi nga sila ay may struktura, no? So every time babalik po kayo sa DCAP noon, ang sinasabi ko lang kay Coach Rizal, at the very least she's coming back, she's learning, and whatever she's getting from us, she could share it to the outside world, dun sa mundo nila, no? So in your case, Master Coach Hasmin, balik ka lang ng balik eh. And then nung nagtawag talaga tayo for apprentice, 2 sessions yun, nag-guest ka. Okay. Okay. Matatandaan mo kung anong feeling mo nung nag-yes ka?
Yeah, kasi I asked po ba nung January 2019. So
Tama po, at the
nag-usap kami
beginning,
ni Lord.
oo.
At the beginning. And then you open apprenticeship. So
Yun na yun.
yun na yun. Di po ba? I was asking for a parang malinaw na path about
Okay.
it, and then you ask for and then you open apprenticeship. At tatlong bagay lang yung gusto ko doon. I would like to share to everyone that I put
Sige
in
nga
my
po.
life na very raw at that time. Ang nakalagay lang po doon sa notes ko is to, number one, gusto ko lang talaga, kaya ako nag-apprenticeship, gusto ko lang po talagang ma-develop yung aking coaching skills. That's it. Because I'm just using it personally to my family and
Okay.
and to few people. So
Okay.
that I knew. So gusto ko lang talaga siyang ma-develop kasi wala pa naman pong mga coaching club at that time.
Simple
Di po
lang
ba
po yun.
wala pang up skills. So at that time. So yun lang talaga yung gusto ko. Number 2 is to have that passion like you. Ano yung passion na yun? Kasi di ba tama po kayo, sabi niyo nga passionless ako. Passionless ako doon sa profession. So why is it that there's so much passion in the profession? So yun lang yung gusto ko talagang makita at that time at maramdaman. At
Apo.
pangatlo is to just really help more people. So either life coaches sila and non-life coaches. So I can kung mapapakita ko sana yan, nandyan yan sa phone ko po, yan tatlong bagay na yan. Yan lang po talaga yung reason ko why I joined the apprenticeship program. So it's not really, there's no number 4, there's no number 5 that I really wanted to become a master coach. So yan pong tatlong bagay, yung the raw of the journey of becoming a master coach.
Simple lang yung gusto, di ba? Okay, so Master Coach, unveil natin. Okay, what happened during the 5-month season? What happened to the 5 months?
Yeah, during the 5 month season, of course, there's a lot of discovery. The program is something really very different. So, hindi siya, minsan matatanong ko talaga, bakit ka kasi pumasok dito? Di ba? So, there's a lot of encounter ng sarili mo and understanding of life that you've never understood life that way and understanding more of yourself that way. So, madami po tayong, of course, marami tayong activities doon and I just did it. So, kung ano yung pinapagawa nyo, so, kung ano yung nakalagay doon sa program, ginawa ko lang po siya until dumating yung December, a few days, 'di ba? So we're all busy. That's Christmas season and the busiest year of the
Of the
year.
year.
And
Oo.
tapos yun talaga yung ating defense. Yun
Masaya,
talaga,
'di ba?
'di ba?
May
Masaya po.
defense.
May defense. So we are having a cut off sa work at that time. So tapos hindi mo naramdaman nagpasko, Master.
Malamang dahil sa preparations, 'di ba?
Dahil sa
Okay.
preparation ng mga requirements sa sa Coach A, doon po sa apprenticeship program. So,
Okay.
that's what happened. And then came the defense. So, that's December 28th. So, I'm ready at that time. So, sabi ko lang is, eto na yung, this is it. So, this is my output. Sabi ko sa sarili ko, wala nang palitan to. Because my schedule was on the second day. So, that it's a 2-day po, di ba? December 27 and December 28. And I choose December 28 on the second day. Napanood ko po yung first na mga nag-defense. Okay, tapos pag-uwi ko, hindi na, wala nang palitan to. Sabi ko, I will not change. Kung ano talaga yung nagawa ko na, hindi ko na siya papalitan. Kahit ano pa po yung nakita ko during the first group
Defense.
who had the defense. Because, yun yung output ko. Yun na yun. So, hindi ko na siya papalitan. And then came that day, December 28. So, I just came there prepared. But, 2 o'clock pa lang, Master, gising na po ako. 2 a.m. At 2 a.m., I was
Wow.
really, yes, 2 a.m. Mga panahon na yun, maaga pa po talaga ako natutulog. So,
Iba pa ang buhay ni Master
iba
Coach
pa yung
noon eh.
buhay ko noon. So, mahaba pa yung tulog ko noon. So, at 2 a.m., I woke up at 2 a.m. And then, nag-uusap lang kami ni Lord. So, he is telling me some answers, Master Coach. So, he's telling me, so why, yung mga why na yan. So, hindi ko na masyadong maalala, but sabi ko, sige, sasabihin ko lang. If that question will be asked, this is my answer. Yun. So,
May
yun po yung
conversation. May coach ka
yeah,
pala.
may
Gusto
coach
divine
ako ng 2
talaga. May
a.m.
coach. Na-coaching
Mm-hmm.
session ka ng 2 a.m. Okay. So, you came
Nag-coach,
in prepared. You came
prepared
in prepared.
prepared of whatever the result is.
Okay.
So, if the answer is no, I'm so prepared, Master Coach. You know, alam alam niyo po yun that I'm really so prepared of I know answer, and I'm not prepared for the yes answer. So I think
Yeah.
that's the one that really
You were
uh
not prepared for the yes. Okay.
yes,
So,
I was
Master
prepared for
Coach,
the no.
for those of people who because the defense is only is an exclusive day and activity for all the apprentice, so it's not unveiled to many people. Okay, only the apprentice who would experience, although there are fellow apprentice here on the screen. Okay, by the way, if you are interested to become an apprentice, the apprentice, okay, part 2 is opening also in January 2021, and I'm so excited. If you are ready, okay, let me know. Okay, put in the chat box in there and get in touch with Coach Rizal. Do you have to go through and finish live Coach A coaching club? Yes and no. Okay, if you are ready to become a master coach and you know you've got all the foundations and the essentials, then you can go straight and apply for the apprentice. If not, you can get started with Coach A coaching club. Either way, Coach Rizal will be able to guide you through. Okay, Master Coach, give them a picture of the defense moment.
So the defense was really it took 3 hours for me, or 3 hours, I think, for me, for my turn. So, pero depende po talaga yon. So, there's no fixed hour for each and every apprentice who will do the defense. So, at that time, yes, so the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I went back. Bago po ako sumalang ngayon, tinignan ko po yung presentation because it's only now that I open it once again, and nakakatawa lang yung moment na yon to really go back to that moment. And
Apo.
yeah, maganda po. Mas masaya siya, and that's something that you will forever treasure.
Okay. What
And
was the highlight? What were the highlights, Master Coach? If you could
what were the
remember.
highlight? What were
Yeah.
the highlight is really the moment that why would I give that to you? Sabi mo. Sabi niyo po, why would I give the title to you? Yun, yung tinanong mo ako. Yun. So that's one of the highlight. And pwede ba sabihin yung mga marami pa po?
Alam ba, buhay mo yun, Master Coach. Ikaw naman po yun. You have the liberty to share. Sige po.
Oo. So, yung, yes, iba-iba naman talaga tayo ng magiging, if you will go for the master apprenticeship program, yes, it will really be different. I've witnessed a lot of defense, and recent po is yung kay Master Coach Mick. So, it's really iba-iba.
Master Coach Miko is the longest. He topped it at 7 hours. So, siya
7
po yung
hours.
pinakamatagal. Si Master Coach Miko po yung pinakamatagal. Okay, Master Coach Smith, there are people here right now joining us who are also going to be on a defense stand. And there are people who's also planning, okay, to join the apprentice program by 2021. What makes those questions different when you were on the defense stand?
What made those questions different? Because that is something that it's really more than the titles. Ayun sabi ko I remember at that time when I told everyone who is there to witness that it's really more, it's not really the title itself. But I remember what I told you. Naiiyak ako. So I remember
ko, Master Coach, oh.
I remember what I answered that time. Yung sabi ko is, yung sinabi ko noon. So, naalala ko na yun kanina eh. So, yung sinabi ko na, if having that title, okay, teka lang, inom muna ako.
Ay, okay lang po, Master Coach. Show po naman po natin ito. Sige po, inom po kayo. Hinga po
Magkukwentuhan
tayo.
tayo.
Mm-mm,
So, yung
mm-mm.
sabi ko at that time was, if having that title is something that would really make me, or will make me help more people, then I'll get that title.
Yeah. And then, what was the other question?
What was the other question? Teka lang, hihinga muna ka, Master. What
Ako
was
yung
the
uminom.
other question? Kayo yung, inunahan niyo po akong uminom.
Master, inom po kayo, okay lang po yan.
Oo, tapos yung second question, ayun, matindi yung second question. Sabi niyo, are you ready to receive your death certificate? Yun.
Ay, nako.
So, sinabi niyo yun. Teka, iinom muna po ako. Ayun, sinabi niyo po yun. That if you asked me if I'm ready to receive my death certificate. And I told yes. And my answer at that time was, if hindi ko naman din yun hahakbangan, I will also die.
Yun yung divine calling.
Because I am turning back into a, ayun, yung calling na yun, I'm turning back. So I will also die. Maybe not physically, but I know deep inside me, I will die.
Yes. Yeah.
Parang nagdi-depend ako ulit.
Sabi ko na nga, tamang-tama, Master Coach, hindi kayo nagbigay ng press mat. Kayo po ito talaga.
Oo, diba?
Yes. Okay. Yes, okay. That certificate actually represents death to your own self, death to your own pleasure, death to your selfish desires, and death to everything that the world will require of you. Truth of the matter, Master Coach, that to me means death to the world's expectation and saying yes to your birth certificate as citizens of heaven while still on earth. Because oftentimes we've got this mindset that we become citizens of heaven, we fulfill the citizenship when we die. Okay, but I am one person who believes that we bring heaven on earth. And only by saying yes to our birth certificate and saying, yes, I'm a citizen of heaven and I'm dying to the world standards. Okay, don't get us wrong. Okay, we appreciate and we respect whatever you're doing right now. And we're not saying that our profession is the best, but we're talking here of our journey to where we are today. And this journey is more than just a title. Even if you take the title off, we will still be doing what we're doing. The thing here
Yes.
is when you receive the title, there is something in the title if you receive it at heart. And for some of you, for many of you, if you've been seeing Master Coach Miko, he also got his Thursday slot at live coaching access. You will start seeing the vulnerability. You will start seeing the beautiful journey, and we've seen that with you, Master Coach Jasmine. Okay, and I want to dive in there. Where is life? Where is faith? Where is love? Where is hope? Sinama ko po yung life kasi po yun yung death certificate ninyo, di ba? Pero dumating yung life. There was a kind of life that you receive. And you're one person who, we've seen the hope, the faith, and the love. And people would say, syempre, pastor's wife yan eh. But it's a different thing. I want them to hear that from you.
The faith, the
Yes.
hope, and
And
the
the
love.
love.
So yes. So one thing that was open in my eyes at that time, because I almost grew in the church at 18. 18, I
Yeah.
had a personal relationship with the Lord, and
Yeah.
during that time, surrender talaga lahat, Master Coach. So even
Exactly.
surrender talaga yun lahat, even in relationship, in studies, in everything, timing,
Lahat. Mm-mm.
lahat. It was really surrendered to God. So, and I knew at that time that ministry lang yung the way to serve people. So, but
Mm.
life coaching came that there's really a bigger mission outside the ministry. Yon. So
Correct.
outside the church. So ayun po
Okay.
yung realization ko dito. There are also people out there that really needs transformation. At the end of the day, the message of God, the message of Jesus dying on their cross is really to bring transformation pa din naman eh, di po ba?
Okay. Okay.
So, and there are people that they cannot really go to the church. Why not you go outside the church, and bring and help them hear that transformation. And yung lagi yung tinuturo pag Sunday, di po ba, sa Brewing Live
Yes po. Mm.
and live coaching access about the original design and the design of people when they really experience transformation is babalik naman talaga sila sa Diyos, babalik sila sa original design nila. And the original design is the original design is healing. Okay, sinulat ko po yun sa notebook ko, and I was really gusto kong ma-connect yon, Master Coach. Hinahanap ko yung connect talaga na yon ng life
Mm.
coaching and the original design. So I put it one morning in my notebook na hanapin nga natin kung ano talaga ba kasi yung original design. Original design is really yung forgiveness. People will really experience that forgiveness. People will really experience the healing and the best life and the full potential of life. Yun yung transformation. Yun yung original design.
Mm.
Yun po for me.
Master Coach,
Yeah.
I will throw these
Mm.
questions to you because when I became a life coach, one of the toughest, I served the church for a decade before I become a life coach. I do, that story. I serve in the ministry, and what was of the toughest moment when people question life coaching and said it's anti-Christ and it's anti-church, okay, and it's not biblical. Did it ever occur to you that questions? Okay, by the way, if you, in my case, okay, I am damn so sure that it's not anti-Christ, anti-church, because where I get certified, I didn't get certified by the institute, by the way. I didn't get certified by the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs. I get certified by an institute, and the person, the CEO who certified me is a pastor. Okay, so at on my own at the very onset, I know that it's not antichrist. And so it was one of the toughest moment when I was going through this. People, there were like people coming in at the beginning, and then they were advised by the church that this is not biblical. Did it ever occur to you, Master Coach, that this is not biblical?
No, Master Coach, because as I said earlier, the ultimate message is the message of God is really transformation and love. Yun pa din naman po talaga yun. And that's also what life coaching brings. And right now, in my talk, so when we are now doing the brewing live and
Life
yung
coaching
life
access.
coaching access, I really try to look for a word of God at yung scientific basis of my talk. I have it in my talk na talagang the scripture says ito. Tas ito yung sinasabi din ng science eh. So when I talk about it, ano eh, um,
Dikit. Dikit
dikit
naman
po
po
sila.
talaga. Mm-mm.
Like the one that I had last Saturday, if you haven't watched it, panoorin niyo po
Panoorin
yun.
po ninyo.
I talked about mastering the mind, di po ba? So, yes, we have to master our mind and yung mga inner critic na yon, yung mga self-sabotage na yon. That's why it says in the Bible, di ba, that there's
Renewal.
kailangan natin ng renewing of the mind. And how do we do this? Di po ba? So, yun, may mga ways on how to do this. There's strategies on how to do it on ourselves. But the word says, the scripture says that we have to renew our mind. And how do we
Yeah.
do this? Ito yun. Ganito natin yun gagawin.
Oo.
Yun po.
Press natin ng konti, Master Coach. Okay?
Sige
Just
po.
in case these people are watching. Okay. Yung question po na, if you come into life coaching or you approach a life coach and the life coach, they know that we empower individuals to be on their own, right? To process their thoughts, to come into their own solutions, blah, blah, blah. And they say, okay, when you do that to a person, the person feels they don't need God. Where is that? How do you respond to that?
Probably at that time, at that moment, at that now niya, that person doesn't need God. But I know in my heart that as that person encounters healing, as that person encounter unti-unting transformation, he's going back to his original design.
And he will know
And
God. And he will need
he
God.
will know God.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and that person will come to God freely.
Wow. Okay. Freely. Hindi pino-force.
Yes.
Okay. Master Coach, uh, 10 months becoming a master coach kasi hindi siya title di ba? So, from December to now, we're closing October, 10 months in a journey. How is your life change by becoming a master coach?
A lot, Master Coach. It's changed a lot, and I think that was yung tong pandemic na to was really something
Mm-hmm.
ano siya talagang this is a time that we really have to stand up, to really show up of the calling. It's really, sabi ko nga, di po ba, it's really not on the title. Nandun pa din po ako sa hashtag change agent. That hashtag that we've got when we got the certificate, yung pagiging change agent, that we really are called to be significant, to have that, to provide, to give that significant change. Not only change, Master Coach, significant, to really give that significant change into the space. And the pandemic allowed us to really provide that significant change in the digital
And that service.
in that service.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And yung mga marami nating pag-aaral, di po ba? So in Coach A Coaching Club, it's also part of being a master. So being a master is not really stopping from learning.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yung mga na-change, the more that you become hungry to learn.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what is one thing right now, Master Coach, that's happening to you significantly?
What's happening right now? That's happening significantly. Everything, Master Coach, is significant. Every change right now in my life is significant. Being in ito po, yung social media, and if you can see my Facebook na may laman, that is significant change.
Showing up every single day is significant to you. I know.
Significant. That's significant for me. And yes, here in the camera is significant for me. And coming out without a press mat is significant. Yun.
Absolutely.
So, trusting and crying in the
camera. Oh my
camera
gosh.
is significant. So, all those change are significant, and each and every day yon getting bolder, and nakikita mo talaga. Yun nga, yun yung sinasabi, I think I have this in my note, baka makalimutan ko na, as you embrace it, the more that you begin to understand.
Yeah. Master Coach, you said something very beautiful last Saturday. You were driving, well, Rev was driving you home, okay, from a meeting, okay, from a commitment, from an engagement. And you were saying, ang ganda ng profession. So I
Yes.
want to dive in there and ask, how is the profession changing the way you see work and service?
Yeah, alam ko na siyang maganda, Master, but as you continue to do it, and see the transformation. Grabe, when I gave that that commitment on that group, grabe yung makita mo, um, yung makita mo na nailabas po nila, Master Coach, yung sobrang tinatago nila na for how many years, that even the people that yung boss, no, na sinabi niya na grabe, sabi niya ngayon ko lang siyang narinig na nagsalita ng ganyan. So seeing people getting free, Master Coach,
Freedom.
that freedom of expression, like what's happening to me right now. Ayan, yung mga ganyang moment po, Master Coach A, that you really just have to say whatever is in your heart. is it's a beautiful thing. Tama po? So,
Tama po. Yep.
ang ganda ng profession. Yeah.
And only this profession can make it happen in a safe space, in an environment that you can be vulnerable and you know that you are accepted and that you're not losing face, but you're gaining indeed the truthful version of yourself because you're able to
Yeah.
face it. Yeah. You're not
Yeah, tama
perfect.
po.
You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. And for many of you, if you are watching us for the first time, you're watching this on a replay, thank you so much. Everything that you see on screen, we don't rehearse it. And why? It's not because we want to embarrass our coaches. I want to embarrass people, or it's not that we don't prepare. No, it's not. But we invest so much in education, and after investing so much in our education, we come out and say, this is how we are becoming. We're not perfect yet. I'm not. I'm still on a journey, but every single day that we face you, you are part of our growth. You are part of our transformation. You are part of who we are becoming because truth of the matter, you are our inspiration. And the lives that we hope to transform is the very reasons why we're going up every single day, despite and in spite of. Master
Yeah.
Coach,
Totoo.
give us a picture. How do you see the outcome of everything we're doing? Okay, we always have these conversations, and our lives are very simple. Interesting enough, we share a lot of simplicity in life, and interesting, we are where we are today. And the easiest thing to do is to say, okay, can we just chill a bit? Okay, but that's not where we are today, and we just have to enjoy this. And we do enjoy, by the way. Don't get us wrong. We enjoy
Mm.
this
Yeah.
very well. Okay. And so, Master Coach, give us a picture or let them know. How do you see the outcome of this? Give us like an outcome of 2 years, 24 months.
24 months. So, yung tatlong bagay na sinulat ko when I entered the apprenticeship is, yes, it's a fulfillment of that in the next 2 years, and even more, Master Coach A. So, andun na ako sa number 3, that I'm really helping a lot of people.
Ayan, wala
I
nang siguro.
Wala nang siguro, nandun na ako sa number 3 ko in a massive, oh, 'di ba? So,
Ba? Ang tapang. Ang tapang ni
okay na
Hasmin.
natin i-declare yan, Master Coach, 'di ba? So, helping more and
I love that.
more and more people, either coaches and non-coaches, Master Coach A. So,
Wow.
ano siya the calling is nag-unfold siya, 'di ba? Nakatupi kasi siya ng madaming tupi, and
Mm-mm.
as you
Ang
move
sinop ko nga
forward,
naman magtupi, Master Coach.
oo,
Ang
'di ba,
galing
ang
mo
sinop,
magtiklop eh.
ang
Alam ko
daming
yun.
ang daming tiklop,
Magaling po si Master Coach dyan.
but as you move forward, and what I have seen last Saturday when I said yes to that group was really,
Mm-mm.
may nabuksan. So, na-unfold siya. In
Beautiful.
fact, may na-unfold eh. So, mayroon yung visions, which I'll be sharing to you on the part 2.
Oo, may part 2, narinig niyo po.
Nagpapa-invite
Meron
po
na.
ito.
Oo, meron na po kaming meron na po kaming advertisement, meron na po kaming ad dito. Oo, may part 2 po. So alam mo kulang ang isang oras. Okay. Master Coach,
Oo,
ah,
na-unfold siya. Meron
unfolding
na,
na 'to.
meron.
Ang tawag
Mm.
po dito ay intro. Okay. So Master Coach, I'd like you to speak to people who's not part of what we're doing. Okay? Kasi mga tribe natin dito talagang kilala ka na nila, no? Pero sasabihin ko, hindi po. There's so much to
Mm.
Master Coach Hasmin because
Yeah.
Master Coach Hasmin have a lot of folds. Okay? Master Coach, talk to the people. Paint to them a picture of that change agents that you once get started. Invite them to that moment and become one. Because that moment was very, very significant to you.
So, I'll connect that, Master Coach A, doon sa title ng episode natin today, which is Faith, Hope, and Love. So, for everyone who is not yet in the profession of the miracle profession, we call this a miracle profession because you see a lot of miracle of transformation. Hindi siya yung miracle that we see, the normal miracle that we would see, but ito yung transformation because you yourself will become the first beneficiary of the miracle of transformation. And I believe that many of the viewers right now here in the chat box can testify on that we ourselves is the first recipient of the yung miracle profession ng life coaching. So today I really wanted to invite you, yes, for the faith, that faith that that you have an assignment in this world. You know it. In hindi last night when I was talking to a few young people when I asked them, sabi ko sa kanila, what would you like to know on the Who of the Hour? Sabi na paano mo nalaman na calling mo siya?
Exactly.
I know in my heart that you know it. You know what you know, 'di ba? Alam mo siya eh. Alam mo siya sa puso mo. So, have faith that it is God, okay? It is God who really planted that in your heart. So,
that's the faith.
Yeah.
That's the faith.
That's the faith, Master Coach A. And the hope makes things bright. There will be times that it will be overwhelming. Just thinking about it, Master Coach A, diba? So, that can really be overwhelming. Eh, lalo na pag nandun ka na,
correct.
Lalo na pag nandun ka na, there will really be times that it will be really overwhelming. But merong hope eh, that merong magandang mangyayari, di ba? So that's why in the scripture it says that those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. So nandun yung strength natin sa Diyos, di ba? So may hope, may magandang mamura. Yes, it can be overwhelming at times, but there is hope. And lastly is yung love. So love makes things bearable. Sabi mo nga kanina, Master Coach A, di ba? It's not easy. It's not gonna be easy. Kahit saan naman eh. Basta tumayo ka doon sa calling mo, doon to that divine assignment, it's never gonna be easy. That's why there's a death certificate. Right, Master Coach A? Right, Master Coach A? Kaya siya mayroong death certificate and love will make it bearable, di ba? So it's tough. Yes, Master Coach A, it's tough. But you know that you have a loving God. And secondly, yung love mo sa sarili mo. So I think that will also help you to really make things bearable, okay? And the love of your family, it will make things bearable. And the love of the tribe and the people who trust and support you. And lahat naman tayo, we all want to be loved.
Absolutely.
So, that's faith, hope, and love.
Okay, Labam Boom, can we all give a big hand to Master Coach Hasmin? Okay, send her some message, some notes in there as we close. Okay, she survived the 1 hour.
Yes.
Okay, congratulations, Master Coach Hasmin. Okay, you came into, we're now closing. Congratulations. Thank you for that message to all the people who are not yet part of our tribe. And let me take this moment now to address all the agents, change agents agents, to all the coaches, to all our fellow entrepreneurs, okay, from Coach A Coaching Club, who are also embarking on a journey of becoming a professional life coach. Um, Being a master coach is not really a title. If it's for a title, you'll throw it sooner than you can imagine,
Yeah.
because it's gonna be a burden to you, and it's gonna be something that you will not put value into it. Hence the reason why there is a defense, because in the defense, okay, we hope that the heart becomes prepared, okay, and that's where the faith comes in, because no matter how you prepared for something, time will come that your preparations will fail you. We're all humans, and as a human being, there is a limit to our strength. There is limit to what we can do, and there is limit to what we can plan and what we can cover. And yet, in the presence of faith, with faith being protected, with faith being available, with faith in our hands, with faith in our heart, with faith, we can anchor the truth that with God, everything is possible, including a profession such as this. The hope here is being able to see the potential when it's not inside, right, Master Coach? It's not inside.
Yeah.
Our profession requires that we see the potential, the greatness of people, and bring it out to the surface. And we need to hope. We need hope to see that. Because oftentimes we came face to face, cut cross with clients, and we don't see that.
Yeah.
They can't see that. And it's nowhere at all. But with hope, it allows our heart to believe beyond the naked eyes. With hope, it allows us to see what the naked eyes cannot see. With hope, we know that indeed greater things is yet to come, not only in our partnership, but even beyond after the coaching engagement. And finally, love. Love conquers all. Love makes it all possible. But truthfully, my take here, love, if you understand that it is what you need the most, then you know you will give it the most. You can't give it because you don't understand that that's exactly what you need. And when you come into agreement, understanding, and acceptance that it is something that you truly need, then you will also be ready to give it back to the world who's waiting for your message, who's waiting for your service, who's waiting for you to say yes to the miracle profession and to becoming a change agent like us. This is not an additional skill. This is not just an additional portfolio. This is not just an additional thing on the chest box and say, hey, I've got new certificates in here. Becoming a professional certified life coach is becoming a change agent. And what it means to be a change agent, you are saying yes to a life of transformation because your life is embedded to every transformation that you see in other people, not just yours. But in the process, you become transformed as we are being the agent of transformation. With that, I'd like to thank Master Coach Hasmin for being so brave tonight. Master Coach, I love you so much.
I love you too, Master.
Love bang boom, everyone. To all of you watching, thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the support. To all the change agents, to all our fellow coaches, to all our club mates, to all the fellow entrepreneurs, and to all of you watching, even for the first time, know that there is a community of people who have faith that everything is possible when you say yes to your calling, that hope is available even at the midst when hope is nowhere to be seen. And with love, you deserve it. And so let's allow people to experience love through the profession of life coaching. Love, bam, boom.
Bamboo. Love, bam,
Labang boom.
boom.
Labang
Love,
boom.
bam, boom.
Good night, everyone. It's been a beautiful Monday. I'll see you again next Monday with Coach Romel Luna Opadja. Okay, so I'll see you next Monday. Bye-bye.